Hello, fellow ToK teachers. I hope that you're all doing well. I know that May session schools are just going back now, and November session schools are really in the midst of it. So make sure you're all looking after yourselves and each other. Today's video is a short reflection and a question for the wise and experienced minds gathered here. The question is, what's the point of the optional themes in ToK? Now, let me explain the origins of this question to give it a bit more context, and in good ToK learner fashion, we'll try to operationalise the point, as in, what's the point? So, let's go back a couple of weeks. I made a series of videos and blogs looking at 4 models for designing or structuring the ToK course. I'll leave a link in the video description if you're interested in them. In the first video, I described a sequence document. You can see it on the screen now. This is the typical sequencing of the teaching of the various elements of ToK that I use. A number of viewers got in touch to query about why I teach one of the optional themes after the students have done the exhibition. And these viewers correctly pointed out that IB recommend that students base their exhibition on one of the optional themes. These viewers are absolutely correct that my preferred teaching sequence is at best anomalous. However, I think there are very good reasons for teaching one of the themes after the exhibition. First of all, IB only recommend that the exhibition is based on one of the themes. They say something like, it makes it easier for the students to see how ToK manifests itself in the world, or it brings more coherence to the exhibition, or something like that. I'm not so sure that basing the exhibition in a theme does make it easier for students. I think that it just adds an extra variable for students to contend with when responding to their chosen exhibition prompt. In my experience, introducing the idea of the optional theme to the exhibition can further confuse some students. Further, nowhere in the exhibition assessment instrument is the integration of an optional theme credited. So basing the exhibition in a theme could be looked at as being extra work for no extra credit. Now, please do let me know in the comments below if you disagree with my perspective. You can write it in the video comments or email me at daniel@toktoday.com. Now, what is credited in the exhibition assessment instrument is justification for the inclusion of each particular object in the exhibition. That's a justification specific to each object. So that's 3 different justifications which are linked to the prompt. And this justification is the important part of the assessment instrument. It's the part that moves the students above 5 marks, and therefore it's crucial to getting a good mark in the exhibition. Now, I interpret justification as being a perspective or a knowledge argument that allows further explication of the prompt. And this is the key bit. In my experience, students are better at writing those knowledge arguments once they've studied the AOKs, because by studying the knowledge frameworks of the AOKs, they start to understand how knowledge is made, why knowledge is made in particular ways, and the knowledge issues that may be a consequence of those methodologies. And this understanding is really helpful to writing a good justification for the inclusion of each object. Therefore, in my experience, if we want students to achieve high scores in the exhibition, it's far more important that they've studied some of the knowledge issues in the AOKs than that they've studied the optional themes. Now, as I say, please do let me know in the comments if you disagree or if I'm missing something. I love to hear other perspectives. But then this leads on to the bigger question, what is the point of the optional themes? Now, I want to be absolutely clear. I'm not saying that I don't like the optional themes or that they're not useful. I love the optional themes. I usually teach knowledge and language and knowledge and technology. And I've also taught knowledge and politics. As a Wittgensteinian, I don't know if that's even a word, somebody who really likes Wittgenstein, I firmly believe that knowledge and language theme could be a compulsory element of the course. It could even be a whole ToK course on its own. It's important and central to ToK. The knowledge and tech theme is super accessible for our students, and it's obviously very important in an apparently technological age. By the way, I don't think that the age that we're living in is particularly technological, but that's a debate that we open up during knowledge and technology. All of this is good ToK, it's good learning, but it's not directly reflected in the assessment of the course. None of it's required for the exhibition or for the essay. And sure, students can use it to enhance their exhibition or their essay, but equally they could get a grade A without making any reference at all to an optional theme. So the question, what is the point of the optional themes in ToK, brings up the even wider question, which is, what is the current function of assessment in ToK? Now, those of you who have been around ToK for 15 years or more will remember the time before ToK and EE were pass-fail conditions of the DP. At that time, we could have a lot more fun in ToK. We could be more exploratory, more experimental. For example, we used to do ToK drama pieces. I remember a ToK-inspired dance piece. The model allowed students who wanted to get 3 core points to focus on the assessments, whilst those students who were less concerned about the points could have more open-ended, holistic and reflective experiences in ToK. Now that it's become a pass-fail condition, the emphasis has shifted to the reliability of assessment. It has narrowed the range of exploration, reflection, and possible answers. It seems that ToK has un-ToK'd itself, which is sad, obviously. At the time that IB made ToK and EE pass-fail conditions, they said that they were doing it because some schools were not properly delivering the core or were paying lip service to the core. Now, I agree with IB that the course should be delivered properly. It is central to the ethos and values of the IB diploma. But students should not be penalised if a school is not delivering the core. Surely the IB school evaluation model should be looking at the delivery of the core. And if a school is found wanting, then it should be a matter to be addressed in the evaluation report, maybe with a specifically shorter re-report time than the other matters to be addressed. Because if the consequences for the delivery of ToK and EE and CAS were shifted from the students to the school, then the pass-fail nature of ToK and EE could be changed or even lifted. And this would enable more ToK teachers to take a more valid and open-ended approach to the delivery of a course. In this situation, the optional themes would have a very clear point, the same as the other components of ToK, that is, helping students to have a better understanding of the theory of knowledge. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to leave comments in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching. Stay ToKtastic.